Can you? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hello, Valerie.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
And
Lovely
to all
see you.
our, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm just going to explain to Valerie and also to the watchers, the listeners, who are going to be our friends in Maximize the Light, that I'm delighted that Valerie's here and that we can talk about Valerie's journey on her 90 days. Valerie, first of all, where are you based?
I'm in Dorset, in England, in the UK, broadly speaking. Yeah.
So you're not far from me at all because I'm in Galway, Ireland.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're just
across the water.
Just a hop and a skip
That's right.
from each other. And the reason I was interested in talking to you was because you posted some beautiful pictures in the group.
Oh, yeah, before and after. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna, I don't have them right now, but I'll show them, I'll stick them on to the end of this. So would you like to tell us about your 90 days, just whatever comes into your mind first, and then we'll just,
well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you why I jumped on it, and that's probably the why I jumped on it.
Yeah, that's great. Why?
Yeah. And also where I came from, because I was a mixed diet person for a long, grew up like that, most of my life like that, and then I got to a stage where my knees were giving way, my feet were giving way, my body was giving way. And I thought, I did what a lot of people did, went vegetarian or tried to go, well, actually I went vegan first, and then I changed to vegetarian because I liked my dairy, I liked, and then I actually turned back and didn't go full vegetarian. I ate fish once in a while. So because I was brought up in a port. So that's my background. Until I was only vegetarian for I went raw vegan for a bit. Then I went back into eating meat. Then I went vegetarian. And then I went vegetarian / pescatarian after that. So in the last 3 or 4 years, it's been a bit of a mix and match, And then last year, the end of last year, it was Mark Atwood. I've been following him since he came onto YouTube. So he posted, I love his poetry, and he had, and I love his interviews. And he had an interview with, I can't remember the name of the man. He had an interview about carnivore diet. And my children have been I have grown up children and 2 living with me, and they were talking about the keto diet. And one of them was eating lots of meat and hardly any vegetables. And I went, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, And then I heard Mark and this guy talking about the carnivore diet and all the benefits of it. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then I didn't. Maybe it's because I switched off over Christmas or whatever, off social media, and I focused on my family.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was this, people are doing this 90-day thing. And I only heard about it at the end of February. And I thought, oh, I missed it. Dang, And then I heard that because my finances are not very high, they're sort of low. And I thought, oh, good. Oh, they're offering it so I can actually join at my own level, which is really good. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you don't do part of it, you can just, it's not the Catholic Church and all that sort of thing, because that's Jeremy's expression. Yeah. And I thought, I'll come in and try it. So I waited for their 90 days to be over, and then I sort of hopped on right there at the end of March. Oh, you waited for the first 90 days to be over? I didn't realize you could join at any time. So January, February, March, and so then I waited for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I joined at the end of March. Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure what I could afford and all that. I had to work it out in my own head and whether I would be okay going on to it. When I tend to be very impulsive, so I just went straight carnivore. So, but now I do mix and match a few things, because listening to the chat, I love my mushrooms, so people tend to use mushrooms, and I've had the odd avocado, so
can we kind of bring you back for a moment? And if you would describe to me what your body was kind of feeling for the last 6 months before you started, or even longer. How long have you been having?
Longer for 10 years. It's been getting worse and worse. First of all, I had foot problems.
Foot problems?
Foot problem in my feet.
Yeah.
I thought it was my arches, and I thought it was other things, you know. I had lots of different things, and it worked its way up the body. And as I went through a personal period in my life when I was like, you know, relationships splitting up and everything, and it made everything worse.
Yeah.
As it does, because it's very emotional transition period. And it tended to work from my feet up into my ankles, and I was twisting my ankle a lot, and it was swelling up, and I just was very destabilized. I learned about Louise Hay,
okay,
and what's the book called? Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life.
Yes.
I bought that book way back when, in about 2013, 14. So it's quite a long time ago. I read that book, and I read all the symptoms, and I was working my way, and I thought, oh, I've got this now, that's related to that. I realized what it was about, but I didn't know how to shift it.
Right.
So that was my problem. But I have since, I think this whole experience we've just all been through in the last 2.5 years has helped me to fix it, if you like.
Right. So
more determined, yeah. But it worked up, and then my biggest problem was my knees. But it did work into my hips. That eventually went up my back, into my neck. It was just like, it just worked its way up my body, all the way up until my head, until I was having really bad migraines.
Yeah.
And,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, those things I worked them out. The upper body.
Can I just pause you a minute, please?
But the knees remained.
Yeah, because when you posted a photograph, it wasn't the photograph, it was the video of you dancing.
Oh, it's me dancing. I danced to, somebody posted.
Yeah.
They posted the lyrics to that song.
Yeah.
And I did a kinesiology course in about 2015, about 7 years ago. And I haven't practiced it much, only on myself and their family. But at the end of the course, she introduced this little song and said, this is what's going to keep you balanced and grounded and everything. If you do this every day, it is an everyday practice. So you know, but I call it the crossover.
Yeah.
It crosses right and left hemispheres over, and it keeps you balanced.
Right.
So it keeps your hemispheres. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also it's your brain.
It does. There's other ways you can do it like that. You can touch your opposite ear. You can touch your opposite shoulder. It just balances the two hemispheres, right?
Right.
Left and right. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing in the video. So you can introduce other little things to it.
Yeah.
That's just a very basic one, you know.
Yeah. I'd just like to call out a hello to Jantien from Holland. She's the
Jantien. She posted it, didn't she?
She's the one. Jantien, you're the woman.
You triggered me. You triggered my memory.
Yeah, she lives in County Clare.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Just south of Galway, and I met her yesterday for the first time ever. We were sun gazing together in my garden.
Wonderful.
And we had our picnic lunches. So she had her full carnivore plate that she had taken from home because she had been working, and I got my full carnivore plate, and two of us sat outside having a picnic. It was beautiful.
Oh, wonderful.
So I interrupted you, but I just wanted to say hi to Jantien, and it's because of you, Jantien.
Jantien.
Yeah, that we're talking. It's because of Jantien.
Because of Jantien, she figured that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you did this.
I'm excited, you know.
I know, but I was so excited when I saw your video, because I thought, first of all, it takes a lot of guts to do that, to video yourself dancing and put it into.
I told you, I'm impulsive and I do things spontaneously, right? So I just did that. I just thought, I got up in the morning and thought, I'll do it now.
I get it. I hear you.
And once I'd done it, I just was like, whoo, what have I just done? You know.
Did you feel brilliant?
but I did. I felt really invigorated by it. So,
Oh my
and it
God.
did. It actually felt me, that dance itself, because I'd been practicing it beforehand, and to remind myself of it. So the fact that I'd done it numerous times, I felt really invigorated for that and balanced that whole day. So that really did me good to do it. So now I'm going to start doing it every day.
Right, that deserves,
it again,
hold
because
on,
I forgot about it.
hold on a minute now, that deserves a little bit of this. Now that's for your spontaneity. Yeah, I get that.
I cannot really hear it too well.
You can't, can you? Okay.
Really.
Anyway, it's just an experiment.
Oh, I know I know. Oh yeah, when you brought it nearer to the microphone.
Right. So, yeah, the spontaneity was great. I don't know, it just made me very happy to see it. So I messaged you something, and then you messaged me back, and the next thing, before we know it, oh yeah, you had said you were going to post your before and after photographs. Which I couldn't believe it when I saw your before photo, because I swear I thought it was a different woman, like age-wise or whatever. You really did.
So that was what you were saying about you look 20 years younger.
Yeah, because
I didn't see it, Mike. But when you're close up to yourself, you can't see it.
No,
I can see it. So yeah.
And I just saw a woman dancing in the video, right? And so when I saw the photograph, your before photo, I thought, well, that's it, wow, because it seemed to me that the two people would have been 15 or 20 years of a difference. So, I mean, you look brilliant compared to how you looked, and felt in that.
Yeah, I've noticed since then, I've looked in the mirror more differently since you said that, because I hadn't really thought about looking younger. I was just thinking about looking, I feel lighter and slimmer and better, about myself. But when you feel better about yourself, it does make you feel more youthful, I'm guessing. But the other thing is that the before photo, if you notice, I've got a bent knee in it. That's why I bent the other knee in the other photograph, I think, which my son said, you should have bent the other knee. But anyway, the only reason I had that knee bent was that was my bad knee. The bent knee, I was bending it to take the weight off it.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference in the knees because of the one that's really swollen. So it was twice the size that it should have been. And it's not just arthritis, it's a Baker's cyst that's on the back of the knee. A Baker's cyst?
Like baker?
Like the baker who bakes bread.
The person who bakes the bread.
I think that's why it's called a Baker's cyst. It's from bakers standing there. I don't know. Yeah. But it's a big cyst on the back of the knee, and it makes the front of the knee also swell up, and it's very painful. If it goes, it's like you can't carry any weights. You can't be on your feet for long. And I have a job that is on my feet, so I have to minimize the hours. I was having to minimize. I did a full day's work the other day. I haven't done a full day's work in years, because I could not do more than 4 or 5 hours at a time. And so I did 8:30 to 5 to nearly 6. I was like all day on my feet. So that was a big achievement.
That deserves another one of these.
Being able to do that, Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, imagine.
I know, it's you forget, it's like I've been running up and down the stairs, I've been going outside doing gardening and lifting big bags of stuff, and when you're okay, it's like nothing ever happened. It's like, I've been always like this. And then I thought, every now and again you have to catch yourself and go, I couldn't have done this 3 months ago, for whatever. And that's why I said to you, I could not have done that dance 3 months ago. Yeah, I couldn't have, because I couldn't move I couldn't move those knees into those positions, So, and I love dancing. So
wow, win.
A relief to have to be able to dance, even just going and dance around the living room. You were talking about dancing around the kitchen. I said, well, my kitchen's not, can't dance in it, but you can wiggle, but you can't dance. But yeah, I'm a living room dancer. But
you can wiggle in the kitchen and dance in the sitting room.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but
I could do a few steps in the kitchen, but not very many.
no, it was just lovely anyway. I just didn't remember whether you had written kitchen or sitting room, but I just got the image of you.
I was in the entrance of my house because I needed a background that was clear, you know,
Yeah.
clear of clutter.
No, I mean when you sent me a message to say that you had listened to my radio show and you were dancing, you said you were dancing along.
Oh,
So
you were saying, are you dancing? I said, I'm dancing. I'm not dancing in my kitchen. It's too small. I'm dancing in the living room.
Yeah. But I just had this beautiful image of a person because I didn't know what you looked like, because your profile picture in the group is a lovely tree, I think.
Oh yes, it's a walking tree. It was my vision of being able to walk. Like I've been stuck in a position where I can't move, and the tree was walking, whereas trees normally can't move either. So I was being empathic towards the tree, and then I was thinking, oh, there's a tree that can move. It looks like it can move anyway. So I chose the tree as my symbol for me being able to move, and here I am moving. You know.
Oh my God, that deserves a moment of silence, I think. No, seriously, we don't have
because I've been spent years now just being so frustrated because I'm a person who needs to move a lot, and if I can't move, I'm done for, kind of. I need to be moving around all the time. If I sit in the same place for more than an hour, I'm starting to get restless, I could never do an office job.
Right. I have another question. It's not really a question. Well, it's kind of before I figured out how to press the record button on this lovely meeting, you were showing me, or I pointed to your necklace. Yeah. Could you show us that, please?
So it's I bought it on Etsy, but there's somebody made this. I don't think the shop's around anymore, but it's got a triquet. Did you see that? It's what do you call it? Sacred symbol.
Right.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, it's a triquet, which is the three.
Is it a triskel? Because I can't see it, but it's okay, even though
it's intricate. You can get the vesica from it. You can get all sorts of things from it.
Yeah.
But it's got the 3 points on it, and then on the other side there's a sun. And they've got precious metal in them. I don't know if this one's got gold, but that is a golden sun. And it's got it's in a resin. I'm not sure what the resin is, but it's got crystals in it. I've got another one upstairs. It's got a spiral, and then it's got the dark stone, so it's very protective. This has got the rose quartz, and I think it might have another like orange or brown stone, so it could have citrine, maybe. I don't know if you can see.
No, I can't. It's okay, because afterwards I'll ask you to photograph both sides of it, and then I'll edit that into the video. See, the thing is also my screen.
I have to read up on the Etsy. I have the write up of it somewhere. I have to find it, and I can send it to you. The write up about it, what it says about it.
It's beautiful. It's like a Celtic knot, also.
Yeah, that's what I think it might be, like a bit of a Celtic knot. Can you see it?
Let me see. I can see it perfectly now. Let me see the other side of it, please. Oh,
it's just the sun.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is lovely. I love wearing it as well. It's supposed to be very heart-centered. So, and then it draws in abundance, and it gives out love, and it's protective. So I think it's got, is it tiger's
eye?
Tiger's eye. Well, it looks like it because it's sort of like that color around the edges.
Yeah, it does.
It might be tiger's eye, so it might be good for traveling, because I was traveling quite a way to work. So I wore it every day to work, and then I wanted to be heart-centered at work, and if I try to embody like the what the meaning of it.
Well, it's beautiful. So it is. And I'm sure you did. How did you feel wearing it?
Well, when I wear the other one, I always feel like very stern and like in a protective mode. And when I wear this one, I'm all like gushing and friendly with people. So draw people, and it does tend to draw people towards me, talk to me. So so that's it. It kind of does what it says on the
Yeah.
package.
Well, it can be very useful if you're not in the mood to talk to people. Don't wear it. And
Well, I wear the other one if I want to just stay, you know, strictly within my own protective little sphere. I wear the protection one, you know. If there's things going on, I like during all the lockdowns and things, I wore that one a lot.
Yeah.
Because it felt I needed that protection, you know. So yeah.
And when you feel that you want to interact with people, wear this one, and
exactly, this one draws everything in, you know, and gives out from the heart, because it's sort of, that's where you wear it. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And did you know the people who sent it to you, or did you bought it on Etsy?
Bought it off a shop on Etsy, but somebody recommended them on I think it was one of her social media sites. Her name is Magenta Pixie. She's from around here where I live, actually. Magenta Pixie.
Oh, yeah.
Look for her on YouTube, and I was just reading. I was for a while. I was reading a lot of what she was posting. I think she was on Telegram at the time, and she posted about these things she bought from this Etsy shop, and I went, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful!" So I went straight away to the Etsy shop, and I bought 2 at the time. But then I went back recently, and I couldn't find the shop. Maybe they closed for the holiday. I don't know, but it was closed.
Magenta Pixie.
Magenta Pixie, like the like color magenta and then Pixie.
Yeah. No, we're going to check her out. So I'm just wondering.
She's lovely. Yeah, she's been hilarious all through all this. She has a story. She has her own little story going on, and to protect herself, I guess. Yeah. And it's following her novel. It's like fantasy land, and then she has all these code names for everything. It's very funny. But she's got several books out there about, you know, Lemuria, and she's got well, I don't understand all of it, to be honest, but I love the way she brings the messages out, and I try to understand as much as I can.
Wow, we'll give her Magenta Pixie.
Yeah, give her a lovely shout out.
We're going to give her a thank you. Thank you. That's thank you to Magenta Pixie. I've got a question for you. For anybody who has just joined up the Maximum the Light in Your Cosmic Suit, right? And if you would maybe transport yourself back to 3 months ago. Now, I know that you're a very spontaneous person, so maybe it didn't throw you maybe as much as it might throw other people, but how are you feeling? Or do you have any advice for people who are just starting and they have the 3 months ahead of them? Have you anything you'd like to say to those people who just joined up, the newbies, as we call them, Newbie Buttercups?
Yeah, Newbie Buttercup. I like that, Newbie Buttercups. It's so funny because I've got a lovely tree in a field near here, and this summer it was just like full of buttercups all around the tree. It was lovely. I think I posted a picture of it.
Yeah, I remember.
of the buttercups and the tree, big tree in the middle of the field.
Oh.
So it's just loads of buttercups.
The tree must be Jeremy, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe with all the buttercups. Yeah,
I
symbolize Jeremy with all his buttercups around it. Yeah. Absolutely. What can I say? You know, for me, I think this journey is. I've been reading. I read nearly every comment, and I look at every person that comes on, and I try and. I think to myself, oh gosh, some of the things people have to go through. I think, oh, thank goodness I didn't have to go through that. Or you know, poor person. Or I empathize a lot, but I can't really help them because I haven't experienced their experience, and they don't know where I'm coming from. We don't know where each other. We're all on an individual journey. So I'm actually I don't even know how to give advice because advice is very personal.
Yeah, certainly.
And I can only say like I say to my kids, if you just do your best, not anybody else's best, do your own best at whatever you're doing. Just, you know, put your whole heart into it, try and do it wholeheartedly, and just do your best. That's all. Because if you're not wholehearted about it, if you're just like dipping in here and dipping in there, you're not. I just like, that's what my impulsiveness does. I throw myself into things. So,
Okay.
you know, so that's going, you know, full pelt into it, you know. So,
Yeah.
but that's an individual thing. I think everybody has to go at their own pace, because like everybody has their own way of learning things. That everybody has to go at their own pace in life, because we should never be forced into doing things too fast or too slowly. We have to go at our own steady pace, because that's what we're comfortable with, how we learn.
Yeah.
So just do it at your own pace. You don't. The other thing is, like, what does Jeremy say? It's not the Catholic Church. It's not a race.
Yeah.
It's not a race. It's not who gets there first, who does the liver flush or not, who does this or not that.
Yeah.
Just do the things you are able to do. I mean, I've had to fall back on a lot of things because I can't afford them. You know, I simply can't afford them. I mean, I will one day. Hopefully, I will.
Yeah.
I'm looking at ways. I found a little infrared, funnily enough, but it said about, I don't know how old it is. It's just a lamp on a stand. It said it's infrared. I bought it for £10 in a charity shop.
Yeah.
And I haven't dared to use it, because I'm thinking I need to ask somebody about this, whether it's
You haven't
okay.
used it yet?
I haven't, no.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I've got it over there in its box still. I don't know. I printed it.
Get it and show it to us.
Posted a picture of it in the group, and nobody answered me. I thought, I don't know whether this is okay or not.
Go and fetch it and show it to us, please.
Okay. I don't know if it's okay to use. Hang on.
Oh yeah, well, we'll find out. You'll find out. Now, the thing that you said, something about, Jeremy said something about it's not a race.
Okay.
Remember he said that?
It's getting even a bit dusty. I bought it a few weeks ago and I haven't used it.
Oh my God, €10.
It's called that's the name of it. It's even got the,
I think,
thing on it.
yeah.
I don't know if that would, is
that, did I see Philips written on the box? My God, bring it out.
Yeah, it's a Philips.
Philips. That's state of the art.
Oh, okay. I'll plug it in later. In fact, Jeremy said, direct it at your thyroid, because I have thyroid issues as well. So, and I've been a bit, I can't even, I'm waiting to save up to have a one-to-one with Jeremy, because I'm not even sure what I'm doing with the iodine and everything.
Yeah,
I'm doing it what he said. He said the very first comment he made for me was slowly catchy monkey. So I'm just doing that and going slowly with it, and just see how I get on with it, you know.
Well, I want to say two things. The first one isn't saying anything. It's just, I am very happy for your experience. And even if you can't hear it properly, everybody can just imagine it.
I heard the first bit.
Oh, great. So that's the ding for you for that. That was the first thing. And the second one is, if you're doing slowly catchy monkey and you've got those results, Jesus,
yeah.
I say.
It took me ages to get round to getting the mineral. And then it took me about a month to get hold of for something else, because I was trying all these different places. So I haven't been doing it all of it for the full 3 months. I didn't wait to get everything together.
No.
You know what else? Do you know what else?
Tell me.
I was sick when I started. I was on holiday, because I thought I have to start before my holiday finishes. So I was at home on holiday, but I was sick in bed, and with whatever it was. Some virus, you know, but it laid me out flat in bed, and I thought, well, I'm not hungry because I'm sick, so I may as well so I'll start with a fast. You know, I just went with it. I just thought, right, okay, my first day's a fast, and then I went straight, and then I was so unhungry that all I had the next day was a bit of scrambled egg. And then I just went from there, and then it was like, I actually had a fridge full of vegetables, because I just ordered my veggie for the week, and it got totally ignored. And I had to say to my sons, well, you eat the vegetables. I'm not eating them anymore. And it was I was sick for the first week of doing this protocol. So and then I didn't actually get into ordering anything until I got better again. So see, I told you I'm impulsive. I just launch myself into things and then think about them. Oh, I better do this now. Oh, I better do that now.
Yeah, so you did that and you went slowly catchy monkey, and you caught freaking more than a monkey. Like, you got rid of the big bend in your knee.
I did. I can bend my knees. I can't bend them fully. I used to be able to like crouch on the ground with my kids and everything, and I want to be able to do that again.
Right.
So that's my goal, but I'm not quite there yet.
Oh my God, it's just so good. And you were able to do the dance. You were able to lift both legs.
Oh, and my skin is a lot better. I have always had very dry skin. I made my own bone broth. I've made it twice now. Let me show you. Hang on.
Yeah. Hanging on.
I made my own tallow. Tallow. I've got a whole load of pots of them. I think I posted that, and I also posted too where I got the recipe from, which is the Bumblebee Apothecary. Yeah. They're on YouTube. So, and other people have posted it since then. I got that off somebody else posted it first, and I immediately latched onto that because I've been wanting to make my own products for a long time.
So did you get the raw ingredients of that from the butcher? What do you call it? Was it lard?
It's tallow. Yeah. So you get the rendering fat, and I did it from scratch. So I got the fat to render. Yeah, that's what it was called. I think it's fat to render. Oh, and she explains in her video. She has a video which explains.
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, I saw the video.
The best one, I think it's the one around the kidneys or something like that.
Oh, right, I remember. Yeah,
yeah, because she said try and get, but this one was not that fat. But I rendered it, and then I just followed her process, and ended up with this. And then you once you've rendered it, you can put I've still got some of the rendered fat, so I took half of it and made this, and I just did half olive oil, but you can use other oils. Yeah, you can use avocado oil, I guess.
It looks beautiful.
Just not a seed oil. Not a seed oil, but yeah, olive oil.
Also, it looks very
and then essential oils.
Yeah, what did you put in? Which ones?
And now I did the whipped. This is the whipped version. Oh. She has a set version as well. Yeah,
it's so luxurious. I mean, you have been using it on your face, haven't you?
I've been using it on my face. I've also got very wrinkles everywhere from losing weight. So I've been putting it on the wrinkles because when I was pregnant, because of having dry skin, I was pregnant 3 times, and every time I was paranoid about having after giving birth, like wrinkles. So I was smearing cream on my stomach all through the pregnancy, and I didn't have one single wrinkle after having babies. So I know that, and this is like, I still have shriveled skin, but it's going to take a while because I have to get, I have to do my exercises.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's been a very short while. It's been the most you lose the most. So I lost the most. Like Jeremy said, if you've got any fat on you, you've got a bit of weight on you. Most of that, or bloatedness, most of that is water, and that goes very quickly when you're on the snake juice and taking in fats.